Split is directed by M. Night Shyamalan and stars James McAvoy, and is the story of a guy who has multiple personalities who captures these 3 women and are put in like this underground kind of basement facility. And the movie deals with him having these different personalities coming together, and it also deals with him also seeing a psychiatrist who learns about these different ways of these personalities and how they unfold throughout the film.
And at the same time, while we had that story going on, we get the story where one of the girls who's captured get a dark backstory of things happening in her childhood, which kind of reflects some of the storyline that happens in this film. And at the same time, like you said, that we get the another storyline where McAvoy is also seeing histories with his psychiatrist.
Yeah. So here's a little backstory. Now, in the past, I've come to learn to love a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's films, especially his first 2 films, The Sixth Sense, and, I didn't watch all of Unbreakable, but I remember watching parts of it, and I really enjoyed Signs. And so, you could tell that in the early days when M. Night Shyamalan was doing films, he was making great movies. But then, when it came to movies like The Village, it started to take a turn on him because...
Village was his disappointment. Then... you get the Lady of the Water and Happening, then that's when you know, oh shit, this dude is tanking fast.
You could tell that for a long time, for about 10 years, M. Night Shyamalan was pretty much on a decline for his... he was pretty much out of business from Hollywood with making movies.
And then he did The Last Airbender, which pretty much said, you know what, dude, Hollywood, you're done. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Then, with some little light, I understand some of your... we all got different reviews on this, but in my opinion... he slowly came back with The Visit, which I thought was decent. I actually enjoyed that.
I did too. I actually thought that the Visit was a good...
it
was a good return to form for Shyamalan with what he was capable of doing by sticking with original stories. And so, with Split, it got me really interested because just the whole idea of a guy who has multiple personalities and he's not mentally well, and he takes these people into this like weird... dark, underground place. That got me curious based on the trailers alone. And so, it seemed like with this film, and also based on the reviews that came out, that Shyamalan has returned back to his roots. Yeah. And I gotta tell you right now that this is one of the best films that he has done since The Sixth Sense, in my opinion.
And in my opinion, I loved, when he stated what he liked, I loved Unbreakable. I loved Sixth Sense, and I liked Signs. Anything pretty much after that, other than The Visit, was really crap. But in my opinion, I think Split is his straight best directed film he's ever done. This is his best film, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, I haven't really watched all of Unbreakable, while I will someday. But this story, the pros that I have with this film are James McAvoy alone. He nails this fucking movie. Yeah, every scene he is in, he really gets into the mindset of playing a guy with multiple personalities.
Yeah, James McAvoy, oh my god, dude. This guy is like A+. You couldn't do any better. This guy nails it 100%. And this guy is playing 23 different personality characters. He's got to be in character, dressing... The way he walks, the way he talks, the way the
physicality,
the physical appearance, the way it's the
mannerisms,
the mindset of this. He's got to do that 23 different times. Let alone, they show 4 or 5 of it as part of the main character, but later on you get to see more of that in a video of all his personalities, and you see him slowly becoming something so greater that actually turns chemistry in his body to make him more stronger and something more demonic. And it's pretty fucking good.
And all these come together. We're not going to spoil anything, but it all comes together in the end with how these are all connected. Yeah. And so with the film, it deals with, in a way, a lot of themes involving abuse. It involves a lot of themes involving the mental personalities that this guy has. And what I really enjoyed too was how the way the movie flows shows that there's all the things that he's doing. He's unpredictable because you never know what this guy can do as far as any kind of personnel that he goes into.
And another thing I like to praise that we've never really seen it. Well, didn't happening, but that was because the movie was fucking terrible. But we haven't really seen this much ever in a M. Night Shyamalan film. Was this film has some pretty funny ass comedy in it.
Yeah, this one made me laugh quite a bit throughout, especially
quite a bit. It doesn't ruin the pacing of the creepiness of the film. This goes with. It actually works with how psychologically this dude is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it actually matches the tone of what the situation is happening with. And so, because the one that stands out most with this comedy is when he has like the Hedwig kind of guy or kid who's has the mentality of a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And so, every time that he's into that character, I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
It's pretty creepy because there's times where like he's like the kid, and you've seen your trailer, so this isn't much of a spoiler. He kind of can relate to the girls, and you feel like he might want to help them out. And then, out of nowhere, just when the girls are trying to think that he would help them escape, he turns in that one fucking dude that kidnapped them. That one where he's like this doctor-looking motherfucker, like creepy dude. I forgot the name of that personality.
Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, Mr. Dennis, and I mean, you see him like one personality, and then he transforms into a totally different person. The clothes and everything changes. And that's what thing creeped me the fuck out. I'm like, damn.
Now, another praise I do give with the film, too, is I like the performance of the main girl. I forgot her name who played her, but the main girl who is the more...
By the way, was in The Witch.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Yeah, it's the same girl from that one. I don't know how... I had to remember her name, but basically... She's the one that gets pretty much the most backstory involved with the film, because the other two are more of just the supporting girls, so we don't really get to see much of their backstory, but we get to see a lot of things involved with her, and when they...
I'm going to tell you right now, it's detailed.
Yes, it is.
So
we won't go into detail.
Not in detail. We're not going to go into detail, but it's pretty graphic, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's sick, but it shows the damage that abuse can lead up to.
Yes, absolutely. And so with her, you can side with her as the one who is like the every girl of the situation.
Yeah.
And now another thing I do praise too, I love how when the film mixes in with the twist ending. We won't go into detail, but I gotta tell you, that is that's gotta be the best twist ending I have ever seen Shyamalan do.
Yeah, it's not just Shyamalan. This was like a twist ending I've never seen before. It blew me the hell away. And that just made me even love the film even stronger.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Unbelievable. And it's ambiguous on another part of the ending, which is there more coming?
Yeah.
I mean, this film is, man, I'm going to tell you right now, this is little to no flaws. I mean, we'll get to my only little, probably partial con, but there's not really a bad con in this.
No, I mean, everyone
is just straight fun from the beginning to end, man. I loved everything about it.
I did too. I loved the way that when Shyamalan does when Shyamalan times the intense moments, he really does put it to where he's not overdoing with a lot of jump scares, which I appreciate too, because we probably get like one minor jump scare, but that was just because it was from the trailer.
And then,
but the rest of it's all just building up to what's going to pay off later.
And then when his body transformed into this beast, which thank God he didn't do the overly creature where it could have been like this monster that pops up. He still stays kind of like, human form. But man, that climbing on the fucking wall shit was pretty fucking creepy. The bone crunching as he's transforming.
Yeah.
Like,
now
that's pretty graphic.
Nah, that's not really a spoiler. Because in the trailer, you could pretty much get, he is turning into this kind of mentality where...
Well, the climbing the wall was in its last trailer.
That's what I'm saying, so it's not really a spoiler, but because that is not the twist. The twist is something completely different.
Oh, God, yeah.
But
go see, I highly recommend it.
But I do recommend this. Now, I will say there is one con I do have. I do wish we could have got a little bit more detail with why the girls get captured. I mean, if they said in the movie, I can't really remember what the actual reason was.
Yeah.
But from what I gathered is that...
it feels too random.
It just feels weird that he would pick those girls particularly instead of anyone else. Because and also, too, another thing I have a problem with is they didn't really give us enough detail with some of the other girls in the film.
Yeah.
Because we're mainly focusing on the main one, the main brunette.
Basically, the other two, you're just there.
They're your supporting characters.
Supporting characters that you feel like something will happen to them.
Yeah.
Or something. So they're not much of it. But it would have been nice to know the more... It'd be cool if they would have done more like... he picks his victims out and he watches them.
Yeah.
And it'd been cool if they would have done more of that instead of just it felt random. But really, I'm not even pissed off at that because the movie was so damn good.
Yeah, it was.
So
Every
damn
scene, I was just like waiting. It's like, oh, what's McAvoy going to do this time?
Even that fucking scene where she's a little girl, I mean, that's pretty sad. I mean, a lot of it's sad, and at the same time, as much, I mean, I kind of feel sad for McAvoy's character because this is a guy who's begging for help in a way.
But we're not going to go into detail, but basically you get the idea that there's a reason every one of these personalities happen because of the twist that there's another twist that involves something at the end as well. So with that being said, I do highly recommend Split.
Highly recommend.
And especially with that ending alone, I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going 9.5 out of 10. With that little small con, this movie was pretty close to a 10 out of 10, but it's a 9.5 out of 10. Best in my Shyamalan, in my opinion, the best film he's ever done.
Fair enough.
Yep.
For those of you who have seen Split, what did you guys think of it? Comment below, and if you like what you see here, you can check out more of our channel here, and we'll see you in our next review. We'll see you later.
Later.